Hey everybody, it's time for another vlog. Let's get up to more adventures and whatnot. Hey everybody, so ordinarily I don't do two videos in one day, but I've decided to do a second video today for the vlog because I want to give just a update on what's going to be happening currently for the next couple weeks, a little bit of an update on the health thing, and then show off another card, Christmas card, and some of the books that I got for reference materials for over the Christmas holidays, and then talk about some of the ideas for the long-term plans of where we're going to be going. One of the books has something to do with that. Just some slight changes as I'm trying to grow the channel. You're noticing certain things, like we just started YouTube Shorts finally. Those seem to be doing rather well. A couple of them have really sort of blown up for me. But I'm just trying to figure out different things. Cheryl from Sun Plus One and I have been talking about this for a while because there's so much to try to understand with the algorithms, how YouTube actually works, and figuring out that system to grow the channel. And I'm not looking to try to grow to like this massive channel or anything like that, but just basic growth and just continued growth and making the channel better, making the videos more professional, have a little better of a flow, how I actually present the information. I want to make it more entertaining, more enjoyable, because you look at the analytics too, like how long people are staying watching the video, and then you sort of ask is like, why are they leaving this early, and like what can I do to make it more interesting. And it is, like we talked about before, it is sort of a niche with this channel, but it is one of those things that you try to figure out more and more how to grow, and then I can help other channels that I work with grow as well and give them the tidbits, because I think it's advantageous for all of us to help each other out. Media is changing. The way entertainment is presented, the way it's digested, if you will, has really changed, and you have to figure that out. And it's like sometimes some of the channels that you watch that talk about channel growth and things like that, they're all about this idea of growing to millions of subscribers, which is not what I'm looking for. I don't want the headache. I don't want the nonsense that comes with that. I don't want to be famous. I like where I'm at. But I would like to see the channel grow and see different avenues for the photography, for documentary filmmaking and that type of stuff be able to come out of this, my writing and things like that. So, I mean, maybe that's what's to come. I doubt it, but it just sort of is what it is. So you saw the video yesterday I did on Pecos Bill. I started implementing some of the new ways that I'm going to be filming the film I did today. Also doing that. I'm doing it in smaller snippets. Also, I'm able to put the information out there, I think, a little bit more correctly. Have it be a little easier to digest, as I said earlier. That a little more entertaining of a format, but also a little more informative as well, because I had gotten sort of into that realm where I just sort of, I did my stuff off of whether I got stuff from my research from Laura and MarkerQuest, or if I did Wikipedia or whatever the source might be. I feel the way that I was presenting it, it could be done better, and that's one of the things I want to get my storytelling better, and I'm trying to put it in sort of a pattern where you have, like with Pecos Bill, I did first presenting the character where he came from because he is a fictional character. So it was the writer Tex O'Reilly. Then go into what the origins Tex O'Reilly had for the actual character of Pecos Bill. Then you go into the characters, because he's one of those individuals, folklore heroes, that has sort of a cadre of characters that come with him. So then you present that. You present a real world sort of connection with the William Shatner, which got a lot of William Shatner connections there. It was sort of like Schaffner, not Shatner, not Kirk. I want the general. And then finally, like his sort of miraculous tall tales that came with him, and also the connection with in modern day. He was created back in 1917, and then into the 20s and through into the 40s. They came up with different avenues, whether it was cartoons where he was. I don't think I shared this one in the video. Pecos Pete, because I guess they were after Bill or Edward O'Reilly died. The guy that was doing a cartoon with him continued it, but he did it that he had amnesia and completely forgot who he was. So it was a cartoon, sort of the adventures of Pecos Pete, who was actually Pecos Bill. I think mainly just trying to stay away from copyright, that type of stuff. But then I wanted to do a modern take on like what film and TV that he had been in as well. So trying to put together, and for a first effort, I was pretty happy with it. And I'm pretty happy so far with the YouTube Shorts. It's another one of those things to just get used to. But those will be things, I'm not going to necessarily continue to put 2 up a day, but I'm going to try to do either some live filming, which that'll be a new thing for the YouTube Shorts, or be just taking more pictures specifically for that, whether it's sort of a journey through pictures and song, not me singing, thank goodness, but just have fun with that. It's another, like I said, it's another avenue in which to try to grow the channel. So you'll see some other little subtle things that I'm going to be doing. Like there's a way to put a subscribe button on the video itself. I've got to figure a number of these things out. And then as I look at the analytics more and more and see what I've got to do, there's a way of connecting videos. And it's ridiculously confusing. But so Christmas was just, I wish you all a Merry Christmas again and a Happy New Year's that comes up. And happy holidays for those of you that celebrate Kwanzaa or Hanukkah, Ramadan, whatever. It's a great holiday season where we get to celebrate with family. So I wish you the very best, especially as we go into this new year. So I got a couple of gifts, and I actually got, Cliff was aware that I was doing this Milton Hershey series. So he's loaning me a book on Milton Hershey, One of a Kind. This should help with that series very, very much. I also got a card from Laura from Marker Quest. Thank you, Laura, very, very much for the note inside. My sister and my brother-in-law got me this book of unusual knowledge. Actually, the story today that we did on the Night Witches, somebody that I'd heard of before, but I hadn't really thought much about it. And that was one of the stories that was in there, and just fit with what we do on the channel. And really, it has a lot of stuff in there that's really going to help for a lot more stories. And then Cliff got me Railroads of Pennsylvania, which that will come in very handy for stories about our railroad series, America's Rail Stations, and the railroads and those types of things. So thank you to Cliff, thank you to my sister Debbie, and to Sean for those gifts. I really do appreciate it, because all that kind of stuff really, really helps with coming up with more and more things for the channel. But so the plan is right now for currently, I got a few things that are supposed to be situated here in a couple days, hopefully by tomorrow, with my unemployment and that type of stuff. So then I can start doing some traveling again. But even then, I'm going to be sort of careful how much I do, just because I don't do well in the cold weather, which it sounds like we're going to get warm up here. So the next week or two, I might actually get out a little bit. But even that, I got to be careful with, because I got to wait until I'm out of the boot. So we'll probably be starting up. I want to get the Heroines of Hometown History. I might drive around to get some more Christmas lights. Jack, who had gotten me a bunch of information on Coleman's Park, actually gave me 2 places, one in Fredericksburg, one in Lebanon, that are really extraordinary light displays. So I want to try to get maybe 2 of those in yet. And then, like I said, we'll continue the Yuletide tales, maybe not dealing so much on the Christmas characters, but on traditions and folklore and that type of stuff. And we'll be doing that through probably end of January. And then haunted history, we'll plop a few in there here and there. I would like to start up, like I said, the heroines of hometown history. I'd like to start up again, and the tales of hometown history as well. So I want to get those two series started up again, and that's how it'll sort of be over winter. Is a lot of the stuff where, I'm doing filming, telling stories and things like that for a channel, and continue the hometown historic invention series as well, and maybe a couple other things. But long-term plans with that Milton Hershey book, the idea of the channel, most of the stuff we do is either going to be that YouTube shorts, or we're going to try to keep the videos from 15 to 20 minutes at most and less. Now, these bigger series where they're actually going to be a series, the Milton Hershey series is going to, as of right now, is a 3-part series. Those are probably going to be episodes of 30 to 40 minutes, because I want to make it sort of like a really good production. The next series after that is going to be on the Coleman family, which we've done quite a bit on. And it'll go through the generations through into the 30s, 40s, when they wound up giving up their mansions in Mount Lebanon. And it's just an extraordinary family to be triumph and tragedy. Because they were one of those families that they had a lot of triumphs, but they also had quite a few tragedies. And we've talked about some of those. Not real in depth, but we'll go further in that. And that's another series I'd really like to have it be a documentary series, real good clarity, good production value, and go from there. And I have a number of other ideas that other families, whether it be the Muhlenbergs, on the church founders in America for the different denominations, probably even Reese, Robert Reese. I don't think that's his name, but the guy that started Reese's, he is another one that's a really intriguing figure. So a lot of different characters like that. So channel will continue to grow. We're just trying to figure out different ways of how we're going to do it and make it the most enjoyable content creation that we can put out there, and go from there. But it's been fun, having another really good time with the channel. And as always, I want to say thank you for coming along on this journey, and all the support you guys give. Thank you once again. And as always, we will see you all about town.